Welcome to World Fact Finder. In this episode, we will discuss 62 fun facts you never knew, guaranteed to totally blow your mind. Let's get started. 1. 3 presidents, all founding fathers, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe, died on July 4th. Presidents Adams and Jefferson also died the same year, 1826. President Monroe died in 1831. Coincidence? You decide. 2. The Barbie doll's full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts, from Willows, Wisconsin. Her birthday is March 9, 1959, when she was first displayed at the New York Toy Fair. 3. Contrary to popular belief, there aren't 57 varieties of Heinz ketchup, and never were. Company founder H.J. Heinz thought his product should have a number, and he liked 57. Hint: hit the glass bottle on the 57, not the bottom, to get the ketchup to flow. 4. One of President John Tyler's grandsons is still alive today, even though the president was born in 1790. How is this possible? President Tyler, the 10th U.S. president, was 63 when his son, Lyon Tyler, was born in 1853. Lyon's son was born when he was 75. President Tyler's living grandson, Harrison Tyler, is 95, while Lyon's other son, Lyon Jr., passed away in 2020 at the age of 95. The Tyler family still maintains the president's home, Sherwood Forest Plantation, in Virginia. 5. The tallest man ever recorded was American giant Robert Wadlow, 1918 to 1940, who stood 8 feet 11 inches. Wadlow's size was the result of an abnormally enlarged pituitary gland. 6. The tallest living man is 41-year-old Sultan Kösen from Turkey, who is 8 feet 2.8 inches. He set the record in 2009. His growth is also due to a pituitary issue. 7. The oldest person to have ever lived, whose age could be authenticated, was a French woman named Jeanne-Louise Calment. Calment was 122 years old when she died in 1997. 8. Sliced bread was first manufactured by machine and sold in the 1920s by the Chillicothe Baking Company in Missouri. It was the greatest thing since unsliced bread. 9. The Earl of Sandwich, John Montagu, who lived in the 1700s, reportedly invented the sandwich so he wouldn't have to leave his gambling table to eat. The first college football game was played on November 6, 1869, between Rutgers and Princeton, then known as the College of New Jersey. It was played in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and was won by Rutgers. 11. Experiments in universities have actually been carried out to figure out how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, both with machine and human lickers, because this is important scientific knowledge. The results ranged from 252 to 411. 12. The Four Corners is the only spot in the U.S. where you can stand in 4 states at once: Utah, Colorado, Arizona, and New Mexico. 13. Canada is south of Detroit. Just look at a map. 14. The original name for the search engine Google was Backrub. It was renamed Google after the Google, which is the number 1 followed by 100 zeros. 15. The oldest living land animal is a tortoise named Jonathan, who turned 192 years old in 2024. He was born in 1832 and has lived on the island of St. Helena in the Atlantic Ocean since 1882. 16. Bats are the only mammals that can actually fly. 17. Wombats are the only animal whose poop is cube-shaped. This is due to how its intestines form the feces. The animals then stack the cubes to mark their territory. 18. The most common wild bird in the world isn't the sparrow or blue jay. It's the red-billed quelea. which lives in Africa and has an estimated population of 1.5 billion. The heart of the blue whale, the largest animal on Earth, is 5 feet long and weighs 400 pounds. The whale, in total, weighs 300,000 pounds. 20. For comparison, an elephant's heart weighs around 30 pounds, and a human heart? A mere 10 ounces. 21. Elephants can't jump. 22nd. Octopuses have 3 hearts. 23. Cows don't actually have 4 stomachs. They have 1 stomach with 4 compartments. 24. The platypus doesn't have a stomach at all. Their esophagus goes straight to their intestines. 25. This is one animal myth that's true. Eating parts of a pufferfish can kill you because of its defense mechanism, which contains a deadly chemical called tetrodotoxin. There's enough in one pufferfish to kill 30 people, and there's no antidote. Still, pufferfish, called fugu, is a highly prized delicacy in Japan, but can only be prepared by well-trained chefs. 26. Polar bears have black skin, and actually, their fur isn't white. It's see-through, so it appears white as it reflects light. 27. A tiger's skin is actually striped, just like their fur. Also, no 2 fur patterns are alike. 28. Flamingos are only pink because of chemicals called carotenoids in the algae, and fish they eat. Their feathers are actually grayish-white when they're born. 29th. Mosquitoes are the deadliest animal in the world. They kill more people than any other creature due to the diseases they carry. 30. What do Miss Piggy and Yoda have in common? They were both voiced by the same person, puppeteer Frank Oz. 31st. Psycho was the first movie to show a toilet flushing. 32. One of the most famous movie lines in history was never said. We often quote, "Play it again, Sam," from Casablanca. But the real line is, "Play it, Sam, play as time goes by." 33. The green code in the Matrix was actually created from symbols in the code designer's wife's sushi cookbook. 34. The wedding of Princess Diana and Prince Charles was watched by 750 million people worldwide in 1981. Sadly, 2.5 billion watched her funeral in 1997-35. With 5 billion viewers, over half the world's population watched the 2022 FIFA World Cup of Soccer, or football, as many international fans call it, which is held every 4 years. That number exceeded the total viewers of the 2024 Summer Olympics. 36. There are no muscles in your fingers. Their function is controlled by muscles in your palms and arms. 37. The hardest working muscle in your body is your heart. It pumps more than 2,000 gallons of blood a day and beats more than 2.5 billion times in a 70-year lifespan. 38. It's impossible to hum while holding your nose. Just try it. 39th. Skin is the body's largest organ. 40. The Earth's circumference is 24,901 miles. 41. All of an adult human's blood vessels, if laid out end to end, would be about 60,000 miles. This means they could encircle the Earth over 2 times. 42. According to recent research, the human nose can distinguish at least 1 trillion different odors. 43. The longest fingernails ever were over 42 feet total and belonged to American Diana Armstrong. She was officially recognized as the world record holder in March 2022. The previous record was held by American Lee Redmond, with fingernails over 28 feet in total. 44. The origin of the word sinister reflects a historical bias against left-handed people. It comes from the Latin word for left, which was also seen to be unlucky or evil. 45. There is not one letter Q in any U.S. state name, the only letter in the alphabet to be missing. J and Z are only represented once each, in New Jersey and Arizona. 46. The letter Q doesn't appear in any U.S. state name. It's the only letter in the alphabet to be missing. J and Z are only represented once each, in New Jersey and Arizona. 47. The word strengths is the longest word, with only one vowel, in the English language. 48. Cartoonist Mort Walker, creator of Beetle Bailey, came up with names for the things we often see in comics and cartoons. Briffet is the dust cloud a character makes when he runs away quickly. Ploods are the beads of sweat when a character is under duress. And Grawlix are symbols such as %, that stand in for curse words. 49th. A mashup of two words to make a new word, such as breakfast and lunch into brunch, or motel from motor and hotel, is called a portmanteau. In case you're wondering, the word portmanteau itself is not a portmanteau. It's a compound word that refers to a dual-sided suitcase. 50. The dog ate John Steinbeck's homework, literally. The author's pup chewed up an early version of Mice and Men. I was pretty mad, but the poor fellow may have been acting critically, he wrote. 51. The original title of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice was First Impressions. 52. Among lost works, this story might be even worse. Ernest Hemingway's first wife, Hadley, left a suitcase full of the author's writing on a train. When she went back to get it, it was gone. I had never seen anyone hurt by a thing other than death or unbearable suffering except Hadley when she told me about the things being gone. Hemingway wrote in A Movable Feast. 53rd. While staying in Switzerland with writers Percy Shelley, her lover, and Lord Byron, Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein when she was 18. She wrote the book during a ghost story competition. 54th German chocolate cake doesn't come from Germany. It was named for a person, Sam German, who created a type of baking chocolate for bakers in 1852. 55. Hawaiian pizza was created in Ontario, Canada, by Greek immigrant Sam Panopoulos in 1962. 56. In the United States, almost all commercially grown artichokes, 99.9%, come from California. One town in particular, Castroville, is nicknamed the artichoke capital of the world. 57. The different colors of Fruit Loops cereal all taste the same. They're not individual flavors. 58. What's inside a Kit Kat? Broken Kit Kats that are damaged during production. They get ground up and go between the wafers inside, along with cocoa and sugar. That way, nothing goes to waste. 59th. Pound cake got its name because the original recipe required a pound each of butter, flour, sugar, and eggs. That's a lot of cake, but it was meant to last a long time. 60. The difference between jam and jelly is that jam is made with mashed up fruit, while jelly is made with fruit juice. 61. Preserves are like jam. However, they are made with more whole fruit. Marmalade is preserves made from citrus fruit. 60-second Flamin' Hot Cheetos were developed by a janitor at Frito-Lay, Richard Montanez, who got the idea after putting chili powder on some rejected Cheetos. Afterward, he pitched the idea to the CEO. He's now a successful executive and motivational speaker. His story was even featured in a 2023 film called Flamin' Hot. Thanks for watching. Like and comment if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and activate notifications so you don't miss the next interesting facts. See you in our next video.